Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with 34 by DJV. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, which means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have green lines in the grid. Those are German whisper lines. What those mean is that as you move along the line, the digits have to have a difference of at least 3. So if this was, for example, a 2, then this needs to be at least 3 away from 2. And the only two digits that do that are 5 and 6. So this could be a 5 or a 6, doesn't matter which. But then from here, this next digit has to be at least 3 away from the 6. So we could do 1, we could do 2 if we could repeat that, or we could do 3. And then from there we continue. This has to be 3 away from that, this has to be 3 away from that. So that's German whispers. We also have these 2 columns that are marked in red. Those are indexing columns. So what does that mean? Well, column 3 tells you where the 3 goes in the row. So whatever digit we put here, let's say we put a 1 here, that tells you that in this row, the 3, because this is column 3, it tells you the 3 goes in the first column, in column 1. If I were to put a 5 here, then that would tell you that the 3 goes in the 5th column in that row. So each one is telling you about where the 3 goes in that row. And this column, because it's column 4, it tells you where the 4 goes. So if this was a 2, then the 4 would go here in column 2. So that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. So 3 and 4 are actually special numbers, not just for the indexing, but for German whispers. So I think that might be where we want to start thinking about things. So if you think about 3, like we can't put a 3 here. And the reason for that is there's only one digit that can go with 3, which is 6. So this would have to be a 6, and this would have to be a 6. It's the only digit that's at least 3 away from 3. And we would end up repeating the 6 in the row. So there are certain cells that can't be 3. This one, for example, can't be 3. The other thing to think about is, and then 4 can only go with 1, so it's the same, right? 4 is also can't go in those spots. The other thing to think about is lows and highs. So yeah, so a German whisper always goes back and forth between lows and highs. So like if this was a high digit, like a 5, this would then become a low digit, a 1, 2, or a 1 or a 2 in this case. But in general, you can think about it as, even if you start with 6, from 6, you're going to end up with a 1, 2, or 3. And then from a 1, 2, or 3, you're going to be adding 3, and you're going to end up back in the 4, 5, 6 range. And then you're going to be subtracting 3 to get into the 1, 2, 3 range, and then adding 3 to get to the 4, 5, 6 range, right? So we can represent that with colors. In fact, I think I do want to color this. It's going to mix poorly with our reds here. So maybe I'll use the pen tool in this case. So I'll use a purple circle to represent one of them, and then a green circle to represent the other. So all this is representing is, we don't know whether purple or green is low or high, but we know that they alternate. And so if this is high, then this is also high, and this is also high. Now there's also something interesting with low highs in indexing. In 9x9, it's a little bit different, but in 6x6, it's actually low and high. So what am I talking about here? Well, this tells you where the 3 goes in this row, right? So if this was low, if this was a 1, 2, or 3, that's telling you that the 3 goes up here. Now, if the 3 goes up here, then it doesn't go down here, which means this can't be from 1, 2, 3. The 3 would have to go over here, which makes this from 4, 5, 6. Does that look recognizable? And then the opposite happens with if this were high. If this were high, then the 3 goes over here in column 4, 5, or 6. And then now the 3 has to go over here, which happens to be 1, 2, or 3. So what we can say with certainty is that the 2 cells that share a column in the indexing, or that share a box in the indexing, one's going to be high and one's going to be low. So we can actually mark this one as a green circle, because if it were a purple circle, then that would put 2 3s in this box. So hopefully that makes sense. So I think we're going to use both of those. It does let us circle all these. Now we know that this is going to be one of each, this is going to be one of each. So we can purple that, we can green that. That puts a green on here. So this is purple, 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 and this is green. Now we have those colored. Basically, this is also green. So what do we do with that? So maybe it has to do with 3s and 4s, because... Okay, yeah, so what's the best way to explain this? Can I put a 4 here? I didn't pick this at random, but it could apply to several of these. If this was a 4, you'd go, oh, well, the German Whisper is fine. That would be a 1. And then this could be any other high, 5 or 6. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the indexing. If this was a 4, that tells you specifically that the 3 goes here. But didn't we just say these are both green circle? These are both low or both high, but 4 is high and 3 is low. So this would have to be a green and purple circle pair. The fact that they're both green circle tells us that this can't be 4. So we can't put a 4 in any of these cells. I don't know if I want to pencil 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, but 4 doesn't go here, which means 4 goes up here. And then similarly, this can't be a 3, because if this was a 3, that puts a 4 here. It does the same thing. And so 3, again, because these are all the same, parity as each other, 3 has to go up here. Right, but these have a German Whisper line across them. So if this was a 3, then we'd have to put a 6 here, but we'd also have to put a 4 here, right? The German Whisper says put a 6 there, and the indexing says put a 4 there. That's not going to work. So this can't be 3, which does put a 3 here, which means this can't be 4, so that puts the indexing tells us this is 4. Now we have German Whisper things to do. This is a 6 because it's next to a 3, and this is a 1 because it's next to a 4. Let's see. So these are low. These are 1, 2, 3. In fact, all the purples are low, 1, 2, 3. And then all the greens are high, 4, 5, 6. And we'll clean that up. This is only 4 because of the 5 in the box and the 6 in the column. So that's a 5. 5 can't be next to 3, and this can't be 1 because there's a 1 in the row. So that's a 3. This is not 3. This is a 6. This is a 5. 5 can't, 5, this is just a 2 for the column. This is a 1 for the column. Or sorry, this is a 1. Yeah, because this couldn't be 3 because it's next to a 5. So this is a 1 only. Oh, it's all 3 and 2. Never mind. That's 2. Yeah, this just cleans up. I forgot to put 5, 6 here. All right, I think I can remove my little circles now, if it'll let me. It used to let me like select everything and then delete my. It's not letting me do it anymore. That's annoying. Okay, well I can clean it up manually. It used to be to like Control A and delete while in pen tool and remove all of them, but now you can't. All right, at least it's not working for me. All right, so we have these columns done. So we should be able to place all the 3s and all the 4s. So this 2 puts a 3 here. That's a 1. This 4 puts a 3 there. We have that. 3 is self-referenced. 6 puts a 3 there. 1 puts a 3 there. And 5 puts a 3 there. And we can place all the 4s. That's a 4. We have the 4. That's a 4. That's a 4. 2 puts a 4 there. And we have the self-referenced 4. All right. So that's a 5. This is 1, 2. We know the order. This is a 6. This is 1 and 6. These are 2 and 6. Don't know the order yet. We know this one though. This is a 5. That gives us a 6. This is a 5. We get the 2 and the 6 here, and then we need 1 and 2 here, which go like that, and we're done. All right, cool puzzle, DJV. I think it used a lot of really specific knowledge about German Whispers and indexing, so hopefully you didn't struggle too much with this. Let me know how you did. And yeah, I rather enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting, though a bit intricate. Maybe there were other ways through, but this was clearly the most clean way to solve it, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know how you did. And of course, if you enjoyed this, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.